Hello! I have just read a storybook titled The Mud Skipper, and I would like to share it with you all. But before I do that, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Leanne Koch, and I am from SJKC Connaught 2. So, The Mud Skipper is an entrancing story about 10-year-old Li Zhi overcoming her father's death and adapting to the new environment in Singapore. This book was written by Avidya Yu and consists of 108 pages. It has won a Scholastic Book Award in 2011, too. Its story is interesting and extremely read-worthy due to the fact that it is written in a way where you can really feel the emotions of Li Zhi, the protagonist. So, who is Li Zhi? Li Zhi is a mixed-race girl. Her father is Asian, while her mother is African. But due to this fact, her father's side of the family never really accepted her or her mother. So, when Li Zhi is forced to stay with her unwelcoming Aunt Mona for 5 days, what could she do? She had to entertain herself by wandering around the huge mansion that Aunt Mona lives in. Through this method, she found a small stone mud skipper statue with shiny green eyes. It reminded her of the mud skippers that her father used to love painting oh so much. One day, she found an old man walking in the forest behind Aunt Mona's mansion while trying to look for a real mud skipper. The old man called himself Guan and showed her around the forest and let her experience some real Singaporean cuisine instead of just eating instant noodles all day like she did in Aunt Mona's house. They wandered the mangrove swamps all day until it turned dark, but by then the tides were too high for them to return back safely, so they had to stay the night in the mangrove swamp. The next day, Li Zhi's mother had came back to get her, but Li Zhi could not get back on time, which caused an argument between the worried mother and Aunt Mona, who did not notice Li Zhi's disappearance. In the end, they had found out that Guan was actually Li Zhi's grandfather, who Li Zhi had thought hated her and her father this entire time. It turns out that Aunt Mona had been hiding all the letters and gifts that Li Zhi's grandparents had been trying to send. And all of this was out of a pure hatred for Li Zhi's mother. But after all had been cleared up, Li Zhi's mother had decided to buy a home in France and another in Singapore so that they could travel back and forth whenever needed to visit Guan and explore the other side of Li Zhi's nationality. All because of the little mud skipper statue. This story was very interesting and emotional at times too. My favorite character has to be Guan, because he was the one that showed Li Zhi around the mangrove swamps and let her experience real Singaporean cuisine, letting her learn more about her father's past. I really recommend this book because it is quite inspirational. It teaches us about how hard the immigrant or mixed race kids have it due to problems like unaccepting family, seclusion from their community or society, etc. But we can combat these problems just like Li Zhi did. Whenever we encounter difficulties in our life, the smallest things will often be our guiding hope. Just like how the small mud skipper statue has led Li Zhi to finally be able to discover the other side of a Singaporean family that she never got to see before. Thank you.